Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to be sharing this thrift store makeover video because it's a kind of like Easter special or Easter themed video, or I guess spring themed video. And again, technically this isn't from a thrift store, at least I don't think it is, but this has been in my home for many years, and it's just like a welcome kind of like sign decoration thing that has like bunnies, and it's very like spring slash Easter themed. And I actually planned on doing this a long time ago, but I never really had the time to do it, and so that's why it's already like painted completely white, because I had already started it, but I don't have any footage or any pictures of how it started. But it was a mess, I'll just say. The paint was like all chipping and peeling everywhere, and it was just a really ugly mess. But I decided, since I was like a week before Easter, I thought, why not give it a try and finishing this and do like a sort of Easter special video since today's Easter. But I'm gonna be honest, I was very overwhelmed when I sat down to actually start, because I'm not sure how well you all can see it, but this has so many details and holes and crevices and just so much to fill in and to paint, and I was very overwhelmed. But I decided to just take it one color at a time, and so I started with red, and I just started painting in these two red roses, and that's just kind of how I started, and it just started snowballing from there. The actual welcome letters actually is perfect enough to do a rainbow, so I did a rainbow with them, and then just filled in the other details as I went. And so I did like the yellow details, the orange details. When I got to the green though is when things actually started to get a lot more difficult, because I mean most of this upper part is all green, and so I just had to like paint pretty much everything, and it honestly took forever. I think it took me about 3 days of working on it to paint the whole thing green, because of course it needed 2 or 3 coats as well. And it was honestly really annoying because of all the holes and crevices that I had to fill in, but I did eventually get it done. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to get this done and painted and the video out in time for Easter, but I pulled many all-nighters and just worked as hard as I could to get it done, and thankfully I was actually able to finish it in time and make the video in time for Easter. With purple, they were like these little like bulbs of flowers. I just painted them purple because I thought it would look nice and I like purple. And then there were smaller flowers that I did in pink, but I was avoiding the big 3 that were on the top because I hadn't decided what color scheme to go with them. It was also kind of a similar situation with the bunnies. I didn't really know what colors I wanted to paint them, if I wanted to do like normal colors for bunnies or if I wanted to do different bunnies. So I kind of just ignored those 2 things and kind of did all of everything else around them. Here I'm getting ready to do this like bottom part, which to me looked like a basket, like a weaved basket, and part of me wanted to do like a rainbow weaved basket, but this was already taking long enough and I couldn't put myself through all of that work of doing all 6 or 7 colors of the rainbow. And I thought a dark brown would be a nice contrast to the pastel colors above, so I decided to just go with a dark brown, which I personally think was the right choice to do. I actually had to redo this part because when I moved on, I didn't realize when I was painting somewhere else, I accidentally scratched off a lot of the paint, so I had to repaint it. And I couldn't really like record everything that I was painting because of how hard it was to fill in all the holes and crevices. It was either me not be able to see or the camera not be able to see. And to avoid making extra mistakes, there were some parts I just wasn't able to record, mostly towards the end and the finishing touches. And so from here, I decided to paint the bows blue. Not really for any other reason except I like blue. That's honestly the main reason I chose the blue, purple, and pink, was because those are like my 3 favorite colors. And originally that was the idea for those 3 big flowers, to do a pink one, a blue one, and a purple one. But since I didn't know how the colors would be balanced, since all the other like smaller flowers and smaller details, I wanted to save it for absolutely last to see kind of how I could balance it with the colors. Also, there was a part of me at one point that was thinking there are 6 petals to each of those flowers. I could do a color of the rainbow for each of them. But I kind of thought I didn't really match well with everything else. And also, it was getting really late in time and I didn't really have the time to commit to that. So in the end, I only stuck with the one rainbow design on the welcome part. And so finally, I decided to just brighten up and lighten up the pink just slightly so it wouldn't be the exact same pink on the small flowers, and went with pink for all 3 of them, which at first I was kind of sad of, but I honestly feel like it was the best choice, just balance wise with the colors and everything. Normally I have like a lot of fun while painting, but this one was probably the least fun project I've done, just because again all the holes and tiny spaces, and every time I was trying to paint something I would mess something else up, so then I would have to go and fix the thing I messed up, and then I would end up messing something else up, and it was just like this horrible endless cycle. But eventually I did get it done, and I actually do love how it turned out. I only have like 1 or 2 slight issues with it. The biggest one is the green. It's a little too blue, but I was going for like a pastel green, but it's fine. And as you can see here, the 4 bunnies, I ended up going for like more natural colors, so I did a white, a gray, and 2 brown ones. That's the other thing. Originally the browns were supposed to be like a darker and a lighter one, but they both dried to be almost the exact same color. So I added a little white patch on one of them, who you can't even see his face because he's hiding, I guess. And I did use my Posca markers to do like the tiniest of details. And then I did do a little decorating for the eggs. And then once everything was dry, I sealed it with first just like a matte sealant, and then I did a semi-gloss one just to have a little bit of shine on it. And this is how it turned out. This is how it ended. And besides the problem with the 2 bunnies being almost the exact same color and the green being just a tad too blue, I honestly love it. It took forever. It took a really long time and it was really frustrating at times. But I love it, and I'm happy I finally was able to get it done. I think it looks really cute and Easter and spring themed. I'm happy after so many years I finally finished this project and could cross it out of my list and not have to worry about it. And I actually was able to finish it in time for Easter, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do. I did at the very end with like a Sharpie just write in my initials and the date on the back. And as you can see here soon, the back is kind of messy, but it's the back. It's going to be hanged up on something, so I didn't worry too much about it. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it and enjoyed how this makeover turned out. I hope you all have a happy Easter, and bye!